Welcome back to Living by Faith. My name is Tracy. We're back from our visit with my friends, and we had a couple days visit back home. It was great, and while I was back there, I got some work done on the car, some expensive work done on the car, so that's all done. So we're going to try and get back to a routine here on the homestead. Chiggy was so happy to be able to go out to the garden and to help take care of the chickens like we do every morning. He was more than ready to get that done this morning. So we got all that done. I got my first 2 early morning clients done. I got one more client to do, and I think I have an article to write that's due tomorrow. So I'll work on that later, both of those. But right now I'm going to get us some breakfast made. What I'm aiming at here is I'm going to try and show you more of our day here at our home, and not so much, there'll probably be in snippets more than just lengthy stuff, but I'm going to try and show you more of what we do. So let me get a little bit more organized here, and then I'll bring you back and show you what we're having for breakfast. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some bacon started. I am going to have bacon, scrambled eggs, toast, sliced tomatoes, typical breakfast for me if I'm not having oatmeal. And then Chiggy's going to have bacon. He is a pork eater. He loves his pork. So I do fix him some bacon. Now that we're back to the house, it was nice having a couple days away, and the chickens did really well. I was so happy, and I don't have anyone who can watch them, so I just had to load them up on food and water and hope for the best. But it was cooler while I was gone, so I think that helped the situation a whole lot. But now that I'm back, I really need to get back to work on my preserving. When I came back last night, I had tomatoes to pick, cucumbers, kidney beans, and a few strawberries. I can't believe my strawberries are still producing. They must be everberry, because there's still a few blooms on them and still a few that need to ripen. And here we are in first day of September. So I don't know what type they were when I bought them. I bought them at Lowe's about 3 or 4 years ago, and then they say usually they don't last more than a couple, 2 or 3 years, and mine are still going, what few I've got left. And so I'll just be grateful for every one I get off of it. So let's get that going and frying. Put the rest of this up. I'm not sure what projects I'm going to do today, but I am going to do some and try and get back into the groove. And give me just a moment and I'll turn you around here. As you can see, sitting on my counter here is my bowl of kidney beans that I recently did. These are the ones that I did before. I got this pickle jar full, and I'm hoping to fill another pickle jar up the same size, and that should give me quite a few to get me through the winter with chilies and stuff. I still got a lot out there that needs to turn and be picked, so I'm hopeful and pretty sure I'll get what I want, plus I might get a little bit more. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead, get my tomatoes ready to go on my plate. These are my homegrown tomatoes. I don't have too many left. I know I think I said in another video, I'm seriously thinking about just picking what's left out there, what's blushing, I'll just put in the windowsill. And then my green ones I will use for my salsa, because my vines are looking very, very pathetic, and I really need to pull them up because they're unsightly. Let me put this in my chicken bowl. I'll be right back. See, I came home to 2 eggs last night. I collected 4 before I left, but my girls are really, really scaling back due to their molt. They're starting to get into their molt. So they're really scaling back on the egg production. What, Chiggy? I'm working on breakfast. Do you want to go outside while you're waiting? We're having a lot cooler temperature today, but we still have the sunshine, and he's enjoying laying out in the sun this morning. I also plan on trying to get my laundry done today and out on the line. And I'd really like to, checking my eggs, I'd really like to get over to the farm to get a small meat order. And then I usually get my order to carry me through the winter around October. In case the weather's so bad that I can't get over there, I'll still have it. That's what I did last year, and it worked out pretty good. Of course, it's a lot to spend at one time, but it was really convenient, and I didn't have to worry about whether the weather was doing this, that, or the other thing. So I might do that today. I have a message into them to ask them if they're pretty well stocked on their meats, but they haven't answered yet. So I'm going to get these scrambled up and ready to go when the bacon's done. And then I'll get my slice of toast in the oven, in the toaster oven, and get it ready to start when the eggs go on. Then I'll be ahead of the game for once. The bacon is done. Yeah. Just wanted to flip it and check it. I will put some of this into my bacon pot here, my bacon grease pot. Leave some for my eggs. Turn the heat up. Now I'm going to put my toast, my bread, into my toaster oven. Maybe if I can get this twisty tie off. And yes, before you ask, I am one of those people that stores my bread in the fridge. No faster than I can eat it. I don't get it all eaten before it molds anyways, or goes bad, or gets hard on the edges or stuff, but this way I get more of it eaten than I would if I left it out. Even when I don't want anything else and nothing else sounds good for a meal, I will always eat either scrambled eggs or a fried egg sandwich. Been like that ever since I was little. I really do enjoy my eggs. And especially the eggs from my chickens, because they taste so much better. My aunts keep telling me I'm just imagining it, that there's no taste difference between these and store-bought. But honestly, I can't stomach store-bought now. So it'd be hard. I'd be hard pressed to go back to that. And let's get our mine and Piggy's breakfast plated up here. Always have to crumble his bacon up for him. It's kind of hit and miss on whether or not he'll eat an egg in the morning. Sometimes he will and sometimes he won't. But I always offer it to him because I don't like the fact of feeling like he might be hungry. There we have it. Can you see it? Oh, I need to put my tomatoes on there too. I almost forgot. And there's our farm fresh eggs with our breakfast. The bacon is from the farm that I go to, and bread's from the store, and I grew the tomatoes. So it's half self-produced. So that's better than none. One of the things I wanted to get started on today, and I say started because there's no way I think I'll get it finished because I've got so many, is I'm wanting to dehydrate the last of my Sweet 100 cherry tomatoes that I have picked off my vines. I've had them in the fridge. I have about 3 cereal bowls full, and I need to get those washed up. I need to get them cut and packed as full as I can onto my dehydrator because I figure it's going to take 2 dehydrating rounds to get them all done. I don't want to freeze any of them because I want the option of rehydrating them, putting them to soups, or grinding them up for tomato powder. I got them all sliced up but 5, which I put into the fridge. I will use those for fresh eating. These are the ones that I did not feel comfortable using. Along with the stems will go to my chickens. They absolutely love tomatoes, so they will love that treat. I got 4 trays packed like this that I'm going to now put into my dehydrator. Let me tilt you up for that. That's my dehydrator right there. It stays right there all the time. I will get these started now. It is, I'd say, around noon. I haven't looked at the clock, but my best guess is noon. These will not be done by the time I go to bed. So I will shut them off and then turn them back on tomorrow to finish them up. I do not like to have my dehydrator going if I'm asleep or away from the house. So those are started. One thing ticked off my list of what I wanted to get done.